Hey guys, Toucher here. A couple weeks ago, I finished building my very first workstation PC. Personally, I'm an Apple head, and after always working off an iMac and MacBook Pro, this was a much needed change. In this video, I will be installing some custom sleeve Telios cables, handmade by Mainframe Customs. I will also be applying Thermal Grizzly Kryonaut paste to my i9 9900K CPU. During the whole disassembly process, I used an iFixit kit. The B-roll that is currently playing in the background is how my PC used to look before installing the sleeved cables. Custom sleeved cables can really give that computer that finished premium look. Mainframe offers complete customization of the cables. You can choose the length and colorways of the sleeving, cable combs, and connectors. Mainframe Customs is also an amazing place to get all the materials needed to sleeve the cables yourself. You can check them out in the first link in the description. In this clip, I am removing the NZXT X72 Kraken cooler from the i9 9900K CPU. To clean off the thermal paste, I use a microfiber cloth and 99% isopropyl alcohol. The blue thing around my wrist is an anti-static band. This helps prevent damage to the motherboard and other components. Now it's time to move on to the power supply. I begin by disconnecting the old cables that will be replaced by the custom sleeved ones. It is important to note that each power supply manufacturer has different types of connections to the PSU. In my case, I have a Corsair HX750. The cables came with labels specifying which end of the cable plugged into the power supply. Here, I start to route the cables into the case. There is a hole in the power supply shroud where I route the two 8-pin PCIe power connections for my RTX 2080. The cable combs ensure that the cables look straight and clean. After removing the vertical metal bracket that came with my case, I proceeded to install the 24-pin motherboard power cable. And finally, the 8-pin CPU power cable. Here, I mounted the radiator for my CPU water cooler. I plan to overclock my CPU to 5 GHz. That's why I chose the Thermal Grizzly Kryonaut thermal paste. I could have gone with a conductor knot, but I did not want to mess with liquid metal in my system. I applied a pea-sized amount in the middle, and then put the CPU water block right on top. I hope you enjoyed the montage. Now, it's time for the benchmarks. The footage was sped up to 300%. The i9 is clocked at 4.7 GHz. Stock, no overclock. I got a 4752 multi-core bench. After running Cinebench, I hopped on to CSGO. I was getting an average of 280 frames, which is more than enough for my 144Hz monitor. All settings were set to Ultra, and as expected, the 2080 performed outstandingly well. After CS, I loaded up the benchmark built inside Rainbow Six Siege. Here I had to change the render scaling so that it was in 1920 by 1080. I'm gonna speed this part up. I got an average of 193.7 frames per second on Rainbow Six Siege on maxed out settings. I barely had time to record, but these are some of the highlights of that game.
Operator standing. Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
This next clip is a 1v4 clutch. Shout out to my teammates for giving me all those calls that helped me win the fight.
Two more. Come around other doorway, peeking. Here, to the left of it. He's just holding it. Swapping to smoke, push him. That's fine. Good job.
Good shit.
I loaded up PUBG with ultra settings, and it was no different than Rainbow. I was constantly keeping 144 frames per second. I better not see comments regarding my aim in this clip. I was using my backup mouse and I wasn't really accustomed to the sensitivity. I mean, at least I got the kill. Fortnite, epic settings, everything maxed out, 144 frames most of the time. Apex Legends ran at around 130 frames at maxed out settings. I played some Rust. Good news, it's able to run Undertale at 30 FPS. I played some Doom. I played some Mordhau and loaded up the loot box. You can probably guess which song I'm gonna play. When I made the poll asking which games you guys wanted me to play, the top pick was Ray Trace Minecraft, so here it is. I will link the shaders in the description. Thank you for watching the video. I spent a lot of time on it. All the parts of my PC and gaming setup will be linked in the description of the video. Be sure to check that out. I want to thank again Mainframe Customs for sending me over those custom sleeve cables. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. I hope to be putting out a lot more content with my new workstation. Here are some bonus clips that didn't make it into the montage. Peace out, boys.